So Chromacopia dropped yesterday. Let's talk about that. So it's hard for me right now to say what I love most about this album, but I think it just comes down to him being this personal with us. I mean, he talks about a pregnancy scare and how much that affected him. And tracks like Him actually go back to old Tyler and how he's comparing himself to his father. And unlike a lot of his other albums, he's not playing a character, he's playing himself, or I think he is. He didn't mention a character. And one thing I thought I should add real quick is Sticky is a good song. I don't understand the slander or hate. It's a banger. Like, you're just wrong if you think it's not. Overall, I'd probably give this album like an 8 out of 10. I don't think it's his worst ever, but I think Flower Boy, Igor, Call Me If You Get Lost, I think they're better albums, but that does not mean this is not good, because this is like a masterpiece. But one question I keep hearing a bunch of fans asking, and me asking myself, is, did it live up to the hype? The answer is kind of. Let me explain. You see, the reason why I think that it didn't really live up to the potential that it could have been is because I think he kind of marketed it as something different than it is. Because when he marketed it, it seemed like it was going to be some crazy, darker Tyler character we've never seen before. But no, it was just himself, and that's not a bad thing. It's just not what we were expecting. And once again, and that is fine. I am happy that this is the closest Tyler and the most personal that has ever gotten to us. And this isn't me hating, but when you have a really dark music video and that's with him with a mask on, and then the album's him talking about how he has gray hairs and he's afraid of becoming old, it's just a little confusing. But back about kind of breaking tradition, this entire album is breaking tradition, which I actually really like. I think it's letting Tyler grow as an artist with him not being able to have these things that he set himself up for every single album. For instance, his two tracks on track 10, you know what I mean? Or the has to drop every 2 years. Like, he dropped this on a 3-year hiatus. 3-year hiatus, he dropped this. Doesn't have a number 2 track 10. So there's, like, it's very different. He's not even playing a character, he's just himself. It's very different. And another thing is, like, he's not really even bragging, because in the last album, Call Me If You Get Lost, he was bragging about, oh, here are the expensive cars I own, it's all luxury. And in this, he's talking about, like, you know, I wouldn't want any of that, just to be happy like how my friends are happy. With a child. He was talking in one song about how much more happy his friends are, and he's saying that's because he has a child. And he was kind of comparing his Lamborghinis and Ferraris to a child, which I kind of thought was funny. And oh my god, bro, like Him, I'm not gonna lie, I don't cry at music, but that actually made me tear up a little bit. Like, to just know Tyler's story and his origins of how he, like, didn't have a father growing up, and then having this pregnancy scare or abortion, I'm not really sure which one it is yet, it hasn't been confirmed, but just to hear him go through that and being compared to his father that wasn't there for him, it's a very emotional experience, especially if you listen to the album all the way through. So yeah, I cried. I'm not ashamed. But you know what didn't make me cry and made me freaking mad? Was there was no Frank Ocean feature. I set this whole thing up with my last video, like, I'm gonna do a face reveal, Frank Ocean's on it. He's not on it. My whole plan was to do this whole face reveal thing, so I can, like, but no, he's not on it, so, you know, that kind of fucked me up a little bit. Like, let's face it, bruh, he's probably on some little farm living out the rest of his days, and he forgot all about us. Like, you know, he left for milk and cigarettes, like, whatever. I don't care anymore. But yeah, it feels like kind of a mix of Igor and Call Me If You Get Lost. Because Call Me If You Get Lost, like, that was kind of like a movie, kind of, almost. Because it was like, you know, here's a character, and here's how the story kind of goes. Igor was a little bit like that, but it was definitely more personal. And this is just like a straight-up documentary, almost, in a way, because it's just very personal to Tyler. Like, if you know his lore and his backstory, and you watch and you listen to the album, like, it's a different experience, because, like, you understand everything he's saying, you get all the references, and it just hits closer to home for, like, his really, really, really big fans. And I say big fans, but I honestly probably mean creepy fans, because me and a lot of other people are just obsessed with this man, and we glaze the fuck out of him. So yeah, to summarize the entire video and what my review of the album actually is I would probably give Chromakopia a good 8.5. Because it really, like, it's really Tyler telling you, like, hey, here's what's been on my mind, which I love. That's what Flower Boy was. No Flower Boy was in his truest form Tyler the Creator. Chromacopia is in his truest form Tyler the Creator. So I can't wait to see what he does next. Maybe the next album will be the next Igor. I'm fucking delusional. So, yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Great, great album.